Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the makeshift whiteboard on tour in Aston, somewhere in Warwickshire. We're in a hotel, so apologise. It's not the greatest setup in the world with the lights and everything, but I've gone with best with what I've got to play with. This is the predicted 11 that I think Eddie Howe will go with against Aston Villa. So we've got Nick Pope in goal, Tino Livramento, Dan Burn, I think, will play ahead of Botman. I think it's too soon for Malik Chow, so I think Fabian Schär and I think Trippier. The reason why I've got Trippier here and Livramento there is I just don't think Lewis Hall is quite ready to play a full match, but don't be surprised that Lewis Hall does come on during the game. Midfield 3 picks himself, Joe Litton, Bruno Gomes and Tonali. Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side, Anthony Gordon up top, and Anthony Alanga. I've gone with Alanga rather than Murphy. What do you reckon at home? Please let me know. So, I think, now anybody who's watched these old videos, drop us a like just for the creativity that I'm trying to bring you here. I want some likes off you. There's a lot of scribbles coming. Now, obviously, Aston Villa, we're not going to go too much into Aston Villa before I start scribbling all over the place. But I've had a little look online from what they've gone with, predicted 11. Apologies, Villa fans, if you're watching this. But obviously they have a goalkeeper situation where Emi Martinez is suspended. So Bizot, is that the right terminology, right wording of his goalkeeper? I don't know much about him. Matty Cash at right back will play 4 at the back. And Konsa, Torres and Matson, the Dutchman, left back. Donny Malin probably on the right-hand side. Over on the left, John McGinn with Kamara and Tielemans in the middle. Morgan Rogers probably has the license to get forward a little bit. And, of course, Ollie Watkins, who we've been linked to quite heavily recently as well. So, if I try and put Aston Villa's side here, so if we say this is Gordon, we'll do X's actually, we'll do X's. So this is Villa's, we'll go with their back 4 here. So all the X's are Aston Villa. And then more or less, what? Oh, you can tell this is not stable. And then 4 in cross midfield, probably Morgan Rogers will have a license to support. You can tell that's not stable. And then the striker up top. I wonder if I can make that a little bit more stable there. Anyways, there we go. Trying to make do. Let's have a look what it looks like then if I just get out of shot. Yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it? Looks okay. Right, so, for me is Anthony Gordon, Harvey Barnes, and Anthony Langa. Don't be too surprised that I see a change that Eddie Howe. Let me know. Do you agree on this? I think these 3 will interchange. I really do. I think at some point you'll see Gordon start the game, I think, up top. But don't be too surprised that Harvey Barnes switches and he takes over the mantle. Gordon goes on the left-hand side. Now, interestingly, in one of the friendlies in, which one was it? The Cellar Cup, Alanga didn't spend too long up top, but he did also have 10 minutes or so up top. So don't be too surprised that you see that change. Now, we're up against the crowd as also, you can call it the 12th man, because Aston Villa's atmosphere is one of the best in the Premier League. I hate to say it, and I've had banter doing the years, but it was only, 4 months ago that I was at Villa Park and they were going nuts, and obviously they play the music to get the crowd going and so on. But Tino Livramento will be up against, of course, this man, Donny Malin, so remember the X. So I think Tino Livramento can cope with it. Now, the problem that we had back in April when we played Villa is we had an agent defence, and we do again if he goes with this. All of these are in the late 30s, or mid-30s rather, not late 30s. I'm in my late 30s, man. So Trippier and Schär in particular got ripped apart, if you remember, in April. And this was because Ollie Watkins was running in the channels all the time, constantly doing it. Whoa, it's kind of getting crazy. Oh, hey man, how we work? Come on, I'm trying to do a video here. So that's that. They're going to rip us apart if you look at that, isn't it? So they've got the space in between. God, doing this on tour. So they've got the space in between that was ripping us apart over and over again, and that ball. And Dan Burn also struggled. I think Burn got booked, if I'm not mistaken. So we've just got to be a little bit careful that ball that comes through, in particular, what these 2 centre midfielders that Villa have, that the through balls keep coming through, because that's over the top pace. Watkins stretch when they got a couple of goals, and you're going to have John McGinn bombing down that wing as well. Then obviously Donny Malin will attack Livramento. Harvey Barnes is going to have to come back, and Anthony Langa as well. Now, defensively, you want these all to communicate with one another. Because for me, because we're playing away, you'll probably want two sitting more so, which will probably be Tonali and Bruno, where I would imagine defensively Joe Linton might come across and help Livermore out a little bit. But going forward, we need one of these three to try and get into the box. I don't know which one it'll be, but I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at home. Out of those three, I'd probably want Joe Linton to do it because I think Joe Linton can. We're seeing it with the friendly last weekend where Joe Linton had a ton of headers. So set pieces in particular, he could be crucial, but I want to see him get forward and help. Obviously, these three, what you have as a bonus and strength, I want to call it, is pace. So if we are sitting, we can hit the ball to Barnes, because Barnes no doubt can do sort of stuff on his own. He'll try and get the shot off. Alanga's got pace to burn. He loves talking about it. Why not capitalise on that? And Anthony Gordon, whichever rotated that they play. Look, I think it's going to be a game where we'll be under the cosh a little bit. And the reason why I haven't really explained Nick Pope, I think you'll go with Pope at the start of the season. I'm not going to change my mind because I'll be a hypocrite if I did say that. But I think Ramsdale will probably come in, I don't know, maybe 10 games into the season and get a run in the spell and keep his place potentially. But I won't be surprised that he chucks Ramsdale in also at the same time. But realistically, if I had my own way, I would have Ramsdale probably. I don't think there's too much between the two. I would have Livramento here, Hall here, Burn, and Malik Chow potentially. But again, fitness, new teammates and so on. Midfield 3 picks itself. And then that front 3 picks itself as well, because Will Asula will probably come on later. And who knows where Will Asula play. Will Asula come on and play here? Will he go up top? Obviously, your options on the bench. We haven't got Jacob Ramsey, obviously an Aston Villa player at this time of recording. He'll be joining us. We've got Vissa come through the door as well. That'll help so we can push Gordon back out his favourite position. But it's a shorter whiteboard. I want to do a more detailed one. Obviously, again, apologise. This is makeshift. I'm in the hotel room. I had to bring it with us. And look at all the scribbles. Look at all them scribbles. Back in the old days, isn't it? So this is a regular thing now on the channel. This will be every time a game comes up. At the odd occasion, I'll do post-match. But if you want to see more of this, I need likes, because that'll give me... Right, you like it, we'll do more of it. So I'm judging it by the likes. So smash the like button. We'll do more of these. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. That's what I'm going with. Get your score predictions. I've also done a drive down as well, where I talk a little bit about Eddie's presser. That's going to be out first thing in the morning as well. So you've got 2 big previews with it being an early kickoff as well. Don't forget, we asked the fans also earlier today on the streets about their opinions on the transfer, so check that out. And we've also got a show out as well. Got loads going on. Match day, you've got the match reaction, you've got the vlog, you've got the last word that'll have to be done at the stadium because the Wi-Fi's crap here, so that'll have to be done at the stadium. And of course, you'll have scoring the players all from me tomorrow. You get a ton of content. Right, we'll love yous and leave yous. See you soon, everyone.